My name is Dr. Patel, Professor and Chief Soil Health Specialist, Anand Agricultural University and Paru University, and Mati Agro Private Limited, Anand. So today, the topic of my YouTube is soil health, an important issue at Chhattisgarh, India. So I have delivered the lecture during my visit at Raipur, 4th November to 7th November, at the office of CEO, State Medicinal Plant Board, Chhattisgarh, and Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Indian Forest Service, Raipur. So, sustainable soil management, soil health benefit for sustaining crop production. Healthy soil increase the capacity of crop to withstand weather variability, including short-term extreme precipitation events and intra-seasonal drought. The 4 tips which will help increase your soil health in a sustainable way and will lead to noticeable improvement for year to come. So increase soil organic matter, minimize tillage, keep the surface of the soil cover, don't keep the naked soil, and rotate the crops or crop rotation. So maintaining soil fertility. Maintaining soil fertility is important not only for profitable crop production, but also soil health. Below are some farming method and activity which be very helpful in maintaining and sustaining the health. So organic matter addition is very important and it can improve the soil fertility. So the key to good soil quality is soil organic matter or organic carbon. And the organic carbon is less than 0.5% and soil is low, 0.5 to 0.75% organic carbon, then it is medium, and then the organic carbon is greater than 0.75%, then soil rated as a rich soil. So organic carbon transformation, soil structure maintenance, nutrient cycling, and biological population, all this regulation, control, or influenced by soil organic matter. 2 crucial characteristics of healthy soil are the rich diversity of its biodata and the high content of soil organic matter. So when the soil have the higher organic matter, then it contains maximum microorganism or biodata, microorganism, because the food of the microorganism is the soil organic matter. Soil organic matter influences number, kinds, and diversity of organisms in the soil as it is their basic energy source. So organic matter is the source of the microorganism. If the soil organic matter is increased or maintained at a satisfactory level for a productive crop growth, it can reasonably be assumed that a soil is healthy. So it is impractical and not economical to raise organic matter level significantly, but should be goal to maintain at higher level. So suppose your soil has a pH, soil organic matter or organic carbon is 0.5, then you cannot increase significantly 0.75% organic carbon within 1 or 2 years. But our goal is to maintain at higher level. Then adding fresh organic matter will improve soil the best crop residue. So don't bury the crop residue, but it should be recycled in the soil. Then leave all crop material possible. Don't burn residue, harvest some. So crop residue management. So I have prepared the YouTube. So you can see management of crop residue for improving crop recovery and soil sustainability. So it is a URL or link. Then 4th point is green manuring. Turnover lucerne, clover, sudan grass, green gram will increase nitrogen level, increase organic matter level, and fixes more nutrient. Then crop rotation. The rotation between row crops, small grain, and legume is better for keeping high organic matter. So don't grow cereals and cereal, but at least you should have to include legume or pulses in a 1 year cycle so that your soil fertility maintained and it has a sufficient nitrogen. Organic matter addition, so animal manure, sludge, organic waste. So we should have to add the organic manure, decompose the organic manure properly, and then it will be added in the field. Otherwise, if it is not decomposed, then it contains the weed seeds, and again there is a weed problem in the field. And at present, you are knowing that the labor cost is increasing, so our farming in farming, there is more money utilized for the removal of the weeds, and the farmers are getting less profit from the agriculture farming. And industry may provide organic waste, byproduct, meat scraps, and mulches, not economical in large acres. Reduced tillage leaves from mulch, so minimum tillage or reduced tillages. Then limits water evaporation, keep soil temperature cooler on hot days and warmer at night. It also reduces the soil erosion and wind erosion. Horticulture crop are mulch. So mulching and cover crop. So you can see here the cover crop. So topsoil is best for growing plant because nutrients are conserved. So conservation topsoil is high in organic matter. So you conserve the topsoil and it contains more organic matter or organic carbon. So mulching and cover crop, then conservation tillage, conservation topsoil, which is high in organic matter. So you can see here, topsoil, higher organic matter, then crop residue decays over, then left on top. So it adds the organic matter. No-till soil are high in organic matter in the top layer as compared to your frequently cultivated land. Good soil health means good human health. Soil health is inherent characteristics of soil. Healthy soil ensure optimum moisture, a significant number of beneficial microorganisms, optimum nutrient, lower levels of toxicity due to heavy metal and pesticide, plant productivity, and removing green gases from the atmosphere through sustainable agriculture. So I have prepared the YouTube managing soil health for higher crop production and sustainable soil. So it is a long video and it is VR. Recently today I have prepared this short video. So it is also there VR. So soil type. Now we will talk about the Chhattisgarh. So you know that in Chhattisgarh, phosphorus is low mostly in central India. Also nitrogen deficiency across the degraded subsoil has also been reported due to long imbalanced use of fertilizer nutrients. The iron in red sandy soil prevailing and deficiency in plants. So there is deficiency of the iron in it, particularly red sandy soil. This is often offset by the soil acidity, adding organic matter and careful watering help overcome these issues. So we have to add the organic matter and apply water carefully. Don't give excessive irrigation. According to the area occupied, red sandy soil is the second most common type of soil found in approximately 30% of the Chhattisgarh. Soil of the Chhattisgarh have five types of soil: red or yellow soil. Red color is mainly due to the ferric oxide, hematite, or acidous ferric oxide. The color limonite yellow color. This soil is around 50% of the state exposure. Most common type of soil found in most areas of the Chhattisgarh. Soil is found in Raipur, Bilaspur, Durg, Korba. So different districts. Then they are growing the rice, sorghum, millet, and pulse crop can be cultivated in this soil. Then red sandy soil, it is also locally known as a tikra. So drain quickly, easier to work. Red color indicates due to the presence of iron. Sandy soil, acidic and have fewer nutrients than clay, loam or peat soil. So again, the iron in red sandy soil prevent iron deficiency in plants, adding organic matter and careful water help overcome this issue. Red sandy soil is the second most common type of soil found in approximately 30% of the Chhattisgarh. So you can see here the red yellow soil. So it is greatly 55% red yellow color, whereas red sandy soil, the share is 30% in Chhattisgarh. So red sandy soil mostly found in district of Dantewada, Kanker, Dhamtari, and it is fertile. Its fertility is low due to the excess proportion of sand in the soil. So you remember that when the sand is greater in soil, then the soil is less low fertility. But the soil has a greater content of the clay particle because it is active one and it is fertile particles. So that soil is a fertile one. So the water holding capacity of the red sandy soil is poor. So we have to add the frequent irrigation. Then red loam soil. So loam soil is mixture of clay, sand, and shale and organic. So the pH value up to 6%. It containing clay. This soil is majority composed of iron-rich soil. So here you can find the iron rich in soil. Whereas previously we have seen that the soil has a low red soil and red yellow soil and red sandy soil iron content is deficient. Whereas in red loam soil iron is sufficient. Then fourth one is a black soil. So you know that black soil contains the more clay particles, so it is a fertile one, locally known as Batu. The black soil are also called black cotton mature soil. It is high in water holding capacity because clay particles swell and well break become sticky when they wet and shrink when dried, rich in iron, lime, calcium, potassium, aluminum, and magnesium. It is deficient in nitrogen, phosphorus, and organic matter. Self-ploughing is a characteristic of the black soil as it develops wild crack when dried. It is characteristic of the black soil because it contains more clay particles. It is called Kamhari soil in Chhattisgarh. In Chhattisgarh, black cotton soil belt is famous for the cultivation of wheat, gram, oilseed, pulses, cotton, soybean, etc. District of Avarda, Dhamtari, Mahasumad, Mungeli, Balod are covered by this type of soil. So that soil is very fertile and you can grow the oilseed crop with gram, pulses, cotton, soybean, etc. Then laterite soil. Laterite soil is a soil and rock type rich in iron and aluminum. So that soil is rich in iron and aluminum. Extreme form of red tropical soil type, rich of alkali, silica, aqueous suspension top layer. So soil has poor base saturation, water holding capacity is very low. Laterite soil contain a lot of pebbles due to its infertility. So that soil is a infertility. It is not very important from the agriculture point of view, yet it can be used to cultivate cereal, millet, fodder, millet, potato, oilseed. So the crops which require the lesser nutrients like cereal, millet, cottonseeds, potato, oilseed are grown. So region of Surguja, Jaspur, Balrampur, Durg, Bastar, Betar districts are covered by this type of soil in Chhattisgarh state. So full data of 99, 2000 and 2001. So about 96% of the total area under rice in the state is concentrated in low and very low productivity of this state. So they grow the rice. And when I visited them, the people of the local told that it is a bowl of the rice. So average productivity of the state is very poor, but area is greater. So biennial average productivity of rice in the state is 1,106 kg per hectare only, which is very much below the national average. So national average is about 2,500 kg per hectare. Why is there a shortage of rice in Chhattisgarh? Chhattisgarh, one of the largest rice producer in India, but the productivity is low as ideal weather condition and soil for growing rice. However, many farmers have been sowing the paddy crop during the dry season, February, May, in summer season, instead of the usual monsoon season, leading a shortage of water as rice is water intensive crop. So rice crop loves water. So without water, rice crop cannot be grown. You can grow in the drill crop, but the productivity and there is a weed problem. In Chhattisgarh, the cultivated area of the state is 4.78 million hectare, constituting 30% of the total geographical area. The net irrigated area, 23% of the cultivated area. And soils are deficient nitrogen, phosphorus, zinc, and boron, and iron also. The cropping intensity 119%, total food grain production of 5 million tons. The important crop are rice, wheat, pulses, and oilseed, and Latin also. Suggested intervention for natural resource management for agriculture. The state are follow introduction of dry vegetables, brinjal, tomato, okra, onion, cooker beets in 2 lakh tons. Productivity enhanced by 2 lakh tons. Then rice area under wide band, so 2.5 lakh can be brought under PGNP. The variety is Asa, having 1.5 ton per hectare productivity, so 1,500 kg per hectare, the productivity of the PGNP or 2, which would be add to the pulse production of the state by 3.75 lakh ton. Shifting 5.5 lakh hectare rice, hydrous to rice, chickpea, lentil. So lentil is the main crop here on rainfall land to increase pulse production by 5 lakh tons. The lithious is to be added, low beta N oxalic amino element containing varieties like Ratan and Pratik need to be grown. Then rice, so I have told that the major constraint production are low coverage under high yielding varieties. They are growing local varieties. Then drought in upland, infestation of cold blaze and bacterial life. So there is a disease. The appropriate intervention, so cultivation of high yielding and drought tolerant varieties like Puram, Vandana, and Chhattisgarh. So you have to grow this drought tolerant variety because there is no assured irrigation facility. They are dependent on the rainfall. And cultivation rain-fed shallow land with Bombeswari, so different varieties. Cultivation of gold maize resistant rice variety like Mahamaya and Abhaya. Then lentil has a great promise as a pulse crop in the state at present. The lentil occupies 22,200 hectares with production of 16,300 tons and productivity of 734 kg per hectare with positive growth rate. A large area under rice fallow can be brought under large cereal lentil, which will increase production and may also attract export. So it is a legume crop, pulse crop. Sorry, it is a pulse crop. So it helps in add the nutrient in soil, particularly nitrogen. The major production of constraint are infestation of local variety with wilt. So they have the problem of the wilt over crop stand. They are not maintaining the stand. So production in decline and terminal drought because there is a drought. There is no sufficient rainfall. Thus, suitable intervention are growing large seeded with registered varieties such as GL3, IPL81, GLS1, and L407C. Foliar spray of 2% urea at flowering and formation stage improve the crop productivity. Then I have seen that integrated nutrient management is better for increasing the crop productivity and it also helps in soil sustainable. So integrated nutrient management, we have to use organic manure, green manure, crop residue and organic waste. Then we have to also use the synthetic fertilizer, chemical fertilizer. Then we have to follow crop rotation and intercropping of the legume crops. Then we have to add biofertilizer. So we follow the intercropping, then definitely there is a chance to increase the crop productivity in Chhattisgarh state. So how to increase rice crop productivity in red and yellow soil Chhattisgarh in India? So we have seen that such type of soil of the Chhattisgarh having the iron deficiency and soil is poor in fertility. So there is one option to indicate nutrient management rice crop for higher crop productivity. So integrated nutrient management rice industry rice crop with short duration high yielding varieties along with increased use of mineral fertilizer and improved irrigation facility have resulted in effective increase in crop productivity. This has, however, led to gradual replacement of organic manure as a source of plant nutrients. So we have to add organic manure more in such soil because you know that or when you are add the organic matter in soil 10 to 15 ton per hectare, then there is a requirement of the irrigation is lesser. Suppose the soil having the sufficient organic matter and you grow the rice crop, then suppose 20 irrigation is required. But when you are adding sufficient organic manure, then you cut up 3 to 4 irrigation. The strategy for higher yield in cropping system should be permitted using the combined application of organic, manures, inorganics, and biofertilizer. So biofertilizer is very important because it saves 25% nitrogen and it improves the crop productivity. Coupled with the inclusion of crop summer fallow for sustainable yield and preservation of soil health. You know that when the intensive farming, monsoon, winter and summer season, then there is a moisture is not sufficient in the soil and there is more depletion of nutrient. So there is need to summer fallow for higher crop production in monsoon and winter season. An effect of integrated nutrient management on growth yield and quality of rice. So that experiment has been conducted at Navsari in Gujarat state. So pulled it up 2 years revealed that the application of general recommended dose of fertilizer 100 kg nitrogen, 30 kg phosphorus plus FIM 10 ton per hectare recorded significantly higher growth contributes, plant height, total number of tiller per hill, leaf area index, diameter accumulation per hill over control. The importance of managing zinc deficiency. So zinc deficiency is also observed in such area. So there is a Khera disease of rice due to zinc deficiency. So we should have to add zinc sulfate per hectare, 25 kg, then actual deficiency, then there is a medium, and we should have to add 15 kg zinc sulfate per hectare. Then boron nutrition in rice also there is a response. So you can see that when the sufficient boron in soil, then you can see the production of the rice. Whereas in bay, sea, there is a deficiency of the boron. So you will find the intermineral chlorosis and necrotic spot. Here you can see at the tip of the rice is necrotic. But when you are apply the excessive boron without carried out the soil analysis, then there is a boron deficiency. So we should have to carry out the soil analysis before application of the fertilizer or manure. Then here I have shown to you that indiscriminate use of unbalanced fertilizer now multi-nutrient deficiency there. So from this graph, you can see that in 1950, we have only one deficiency in nitrogen. 1960, we are observing nitrogen and iron deficiency. At present, we are observing nitrogen, iron, zinc, potassium, manganese, boron, molybdenum, and so on. So why the multi-nutrient deficiency observed? Because farmers are not carried out the soil analysis and they are using the more chemical fertilizer and they are not adding the organic manure in soil. So important of balanced supply of fertilizer to soil. So nitrogen being the motor of plant growth will show efficiency soon after the application. However, unbalanced excess nitrogen in cereal rice may result in lodging. So suppose the farmer believe that when they are applying more nitrogen to the rice crop, then there is a possibility of the lodging of the rice crop. Then greater will be competition because whatever you apply the nitrogen soil that will be taken by the weeds. And pest attack, pest also increasing with sustainable losses of cereal for paddy production in other crop, it will decrease quality, particularly storage ability. So it has been demonstrated that primary, secondary, and micronutrients, which are the most efficient in the soil, limit the yield and or affect the equality. They cannot be substituted by any other nutrient. Suppose the soil of the Chhattisgarh is deficient in iron or zinc, and you are supply all the nutrients, but suppose the particular nutrients are not applied, then your crop productivity of the rice or other crop decline 20 to 40% or even 50%. And therefore, I am requested to the farmer that before sowing or planting of the crop, we should have carried out the soil analysis. And accordingly, on the soil test pages, we should have to apply the manure or fertilizer and biofertilizer in the soil. So therefore, for good agriculture practices, balanced fertilization primary means a supply of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in line with the soil reserve, the requirement, and expected yield of the crop, with the addition of secondary and micronutrient where necessary. So here you can show that girl walking on the rope, but if she will not keep the balance, then she fell down on the ground. Similarly, when we are not apply the balanced nutrition in soil, then your soil is degraded and your soil crop productivity has been declined. So that is why I have given the pictures so you can understand. So application of balanced fertilizer based on the actual limitation of nutrient in the soil is very crucial to increase crop production and productivity of the crops. So I have given the typical example of the rice. You know that the ideal ratio of the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium is 2:1:1. So you can see here that when you keep the nearer to 2:1 and 1, 5.5 to 1 to 2.7, then we are getting the higher rice grain yield. But when you already applied higher nitrogen, then you can see here the crop production is low. So farmer have to understand when they are applying only nitrogen, then there is low crop productivity of the rice. And therefore, you should have to apply the balanced nutrition on the base of the soil pH value. Then definitely you are getting the higher crop production. And it is proved by conducting the experiment not only in India but throughout the world. So balanced fertilizer, excess of fertilizer is one of the cause for low fertilizer use efficiency. Because you know that when there is imbalance of the plant nutrition in soil, then plant will not take the balanced nutrition. So when the plant will not take the balanced nutrition, then there is not better growth of the plant. So less diameter production, and you are getting low crop production of the rice. So balanced fertilization program is very, very important. So you can add major nitrogen, then secondary nutrient and micronutrient. Here also you can get that let it, if the balance is, then she can walk, otherwise she will fall down. Then balanced fertilization. So application of balanced fertilizer based on actual limitation of nutrient in soil crucial role to increase production and productivity of the crop. So overuse and underuse of fertilizer. So don't add more fertilizer or don't apply less fertilizer. But we should have to apply the balanced fertilizer. So overuse of fertilizer, particularly nitrogen, may lead to nitrogen deposition. Chronic nitrogen addition may increase soil nitrogen mineralization. Excessive use of nitrogen fertilizer lead to acidification. A negative soil health traits as it leads to imbalance in nutrient availability. You know that when the soil becomes acidic below 6 pH, then the major nutrients are available, major secondary micronutrients are available at 6.5 to 7.5 pH. But when the soil pH is 6, near the acidic range, then that nutrients are present in the soil, but it is not available to the plant. So underuse of fertilizer means that soil nutrient exported with crop are not being replaced, leading to soil degradation and decline yield. So at present we are observing 2020-23, our farmers are claiming that our soil is degraded and the crop productivity of the field or their field is declined. So because they are not applied the balanced nutrition and the farmers are not bothered for the soil analysis and they are applied nutrient in soil as per their wish. So you have to remember this 4R principle of nutrient stewardship. A right source matches fertilizer type to crop need. So as per the need of the crop, we should have to apply the fertilizer. Right rate. So right rate means you have to carry out the soil analysis and then you should apply the quantity. Suppose your soil is rich in phosphorus, and again you as per the recommendation of the State Agriculture University, you are applying the phosphorus. Then phosphorus and zinc and iron has antagonist effect. So you know that when you are adding the phosphorus in the soil, then there is a whatever the nutrient native zinc or iron or you applied to the chemical fertilizer are not available to the crops. So we are not losing the cost of the phosphorus fertilizer, but there is a not available the native or applied nutrient, micronutrient, zinc and iron. And that is why, therefore, you are declining the crop productivity. Then right time, you have to apply the nutrient at right time as per the need of the crop. So without looking to the need of the crop, don't apply the fertilizer as per your wish. Then right place band application, foliar application, then below near the root zone. So all keep nutrients where crop can use them. Suppose you know that phosphorus and potassium fertilizer are immovable in soil. So we should have to apply laser in the soil. You cannot apply as a top dressing of phosphorus and potassium. So everything that we have to look while application of the fertilizer to the crops. And why test soil health? Soil health can be tested by chemical test, and you can know that there are 17 plant nutrients required by the plant, and any nutrient deficient in soil, then the crop productivity has been declined. And unfortunately, at present, we are observing the multi-nutrient deficiency, zinc, iron, nitrogen, phosphorus, molybdenum, boron. So we have the problem. Because suppose you know that your soil has the deficiency of the phosphorus, then zinc, then iron, then what you will do? You are adding all the three fertilizers. But you know that when you are adding the phosphorus more, then zinc or iron is not available. So it is very difficult. Therefore, you have to see or look that what type of deficiency will not arise in our field. And therefore, soil testing is very important, and you should have to apply a manure fertilizer and biofertilizer in the soil on soil test basis if you want to uh, produce the higher crop production per unit area and time, and you want to keep the soil healthy. So soil testing, so Sevam Agri Clinic and Agri Laboratory, Bhavnagar, Gujarat. So I am working as a chief soil health specialist at this laboratory, and we have the scientific instrument, ICP OES scientific instruments, and the cost is about 1 crores. It is latest instrument. So recently we have also launched a new product, Sevama Biofilm Biofertilizer, having NPK, iron soluble bacteria. So purchase it for producing higher crop production and save costly chemical fertilizer and get more profit from farming. Carry out soil, water and plant testing for nutrient as well as plant disease diagnosis. So bacteria, fungi, nematodes also we have started. So our helpline number 916359595959. तो थैंक यू. तो अपनी फसलों को पोषण दो और वे तुम्हारी मिट्टी को पोषण करेगी. सो नरिश योर क्रॉप and they will nourish your soil. So thank you. Or if you have liked my video or YouTube, then don't forget to subscribe. Again, thank you very much.